Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, April 11th, 2023. It is 3:12 in the morning. Okay, this is part 8, Two Angels, My Journey to Heaven. The Touch of Angels' Wings. Peggy, a Canadian mother of 5 children, was the kind of mom who always prayed for her kids before they walked out the door to school each morning. One day, Peggy was praying for her 2 little girls as they were about to leave for school. Immediately after she finished praying for them and opened the door to let them out, she felt a rush of wings graze her head gently. It felt as if a large bird had flown past her, out the door behind the girls, but as Peggy spun around to see what it was, she saw nothing behind her. Still, whatever it was had flown out of the house, and not into the house. She looked out to the sidewalk where her daughters were walking towards school and saw nothing. No large birds were anywhere to be seen. Suddenly, she knew in her heart of hearts that what she had felt was an angel. Following her children and watching them every step of their way, isn't that a wonderful, heartening story of God's watch care for his little ones? Angelos. I think that's how you say it. I am leaning toward my 2 heavenly visitors being the most ordinary orders of angels, simple angelos or messengers. They are the angels most concerned with the affairs of people on earth and fulfill lots of jobs and undertake all kinds of missions, including flying me to heaven on that incredible night. As I said, my flight was as smooth as could be, a gliding sensation I'll never forget, because it was like no other flight I'd ever took on earth. We flew upward at first, for a few seconds and maybe a full minute. Then I noticed 2 things. My angels all at once changed course slightly, veering to the right a little bit, before beginning our descent. Yes, it was a descent. Definitely a distinct drop and no longer a climb. I'm absolutely sure of it. We were gliding downward on an angle when I realized something else. I looked down and saw that my dangling legs had pants on, and that somewhere mid-air between this world and the next, my clothes had changed. When my angels picked me up, I had been wearing my blue hospital gown. In the air, I saw that I was now wearing a light brown golf shirt, tan pants, and shoes, the kind of thing a man wears to take my wife out for dinner, or the kind of thing I might wear to take my wife out to dinner. Later, when I would get a glimpse of my precious mother, grandparents, son-in-law, and friends, I would notice that they too were dressed very similarly to what they wore as they lived their lives on this earth. There's something else I want to tell you about the way I was set down in heaven. Ruth and I are fortunate enough to live in a condo with a bunch of older folks like us as neighbors. I like to relax from time to time in a deck chair by the man-made lake right below our sliding doors, watching the migratory birds that flock to the banks of the lake. If I've watched one, I've watched 1,000 Canadian geese come in for a landing by the lake, their brownish-gray wings alight as they coast smoothly toward solid ground. When I came ashore to Heaven's Gate, I felt like one of those Canadian geese gently gliding toward the ground. As soon as my feet touched down, my 2 angels disappeared and I never saw them again. I had landed in another realm, in the very kingdom of heaven, where I was to see and hear and feel things beyond my wildest imagination. Already, in those sacred seconds, in the cloudless sky, I was enjoying myself very much. Okay, so that is all for part 8, 2 Angels, My Journey to Heaven. Thank you for watching.